Alright, let's go over the new top 5 overpowered guns after the recent update here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 3. These weapons are guaranteed to help you guys increase your KD ratio and drop your first MGB nuke. So if you guys enjoy, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. Let me know down in the comment section right now, what is your favorite gun to use? And if things couldn't get any better, Boss Services got you covered. If you want the new Nuke Skin, help getting iridescent and ranked, or maxing out all your weapons and unlocking gold, platinum, polyatomic, and Orion, Boss Services can take care of your Call of Duty needs. With thousands of reviews, you can't go wrong. All links are going to be at the top of the description, and you can use code EARS for 5% off their store. Now, for the first class, we're going to look at the ISO HEMLOCK. We have to start off with the ISO. This is going to be a dominant weapon here in Season 3. You cannot go wrong with this. Now, for the first attachment, we are going to utilize the Phantom Grip to simply increase that sprint to fire speed as well as aim down sight speed. We can snap onto targets, get that first shot, and guarantee that kill. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that sprint to fire speed to -0.22, as well as that aim down sight speed at -0.77. A fantastic attachment and tune combination. We are not running a stock on this class. It's not going to be necessary. And we're also going to be going over to the optic, but you can see here, we are running the Cronin Mini Pro, but we are not going to be tuning this weapon here. Tuning the optics on the ISO HEMLOCK after the nerfs, air quotes around nerfs, are going to create negative values, making the aim down sight slower than you want it to be. And obviously that's what we do not want to have happen. So we're going to skip over this and just reap the rewards of having a clean blue dot. Now, we are not running a laser because these are not going to help out the ISO, but we are going to utilize the Fiedler T50, in my personal opinion, the absolute best barrel to run on this assault rifle. We're getting increased damage range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy as a nice bonus, and recoil control to make sure this weapon is deadly accurate across the map. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim down sight speed at -0.26 and more aim walking speed at -0.37. A great attachment to utilize both close range as well as long range capabilities. We are going to rock a muzzle that's going to be the Echoless 80 here. This is going to be great, allowing us to have that sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, additional recoil smoothness. We can get behind their spawn, move a quickly streak, and drop those MGB nukes, or at the very least, a high KD gameplay. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that bullet velocity at +0.74 and more aim down sight speed at -0.04. Definitely a great attachment utilizing close range as well as long ranges. In the final, we are going to run the Commando foregrip here to smooth out that recoil pattern, giving us increased aiming out of stability as well as recoil stabilization. For the tuning, we're going to be bumping up the aim walking speed to -0.25 and more aim down sight speed to -0.46. Once you jump in the firing range, you're going to see that the nerfs on this AR are completely irrelevant. It's laughable, honestly, at this point. Quick ADS, and we're gonna have a deadly accurate assault rifle. This is gonna be a class of, I can guarantee you, you are going to, at the very least, drop a high KD gameplay or secure your first nuke. Banner of the build is going to be the FTAC Siege, and for this secondary, we're gonna be rocking the SIR 160 rear grip, the 72 round drum, the S40H grip for the underbarrel, the Super Tac barrel, as well as the FGX D-70. If you're running it as a true secondary, the tuning is irrelevant, and this is going to be a great backup if you are in a sticky situation. Now, we have on the stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks, we are running double time scavenger, resupply here, quick fix, and our field upgrade set to pro, munitions box, and dead silence. Now, for class setup number 2, we are going to be taking a look at the M4. The M4, I'm going to be honest with you guys, at this point, I'd consider it an underrated assault rifle because everybody's on the ISO and the TAP 56 bandwagon. I don't think for good reason, but don't sleep on the M4. Now, for this class, we are going to use the Phantom Grip. Definitely a great attachment on this weapon, going to bump up the sprint to fire speed as well as aim down sight speed. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that sprint to fire speed some more to -0.16 and more recoil steadiness at +84. You can't go wrong with this. You're going to love this class setup, and you're going to be destroying people at those close to medium ranges. Now, we're not running a stock on this weapon either. Just like the ISO HEMLOCK, the stocks on the M4, sometimes they work, but in all reality, if you want an easy to use class setup, running something else is going to be better. Now, for the optic, we are going to use the Cronin Mini Pro. Luckily, on the M4, we can tune this, which is going to be a huge positive here. We're getting that blue dot sight, as well as for the tuning, we're going to be increasing that aim down sight speed all the way down to -3. Now, for the laser, we're going to be skipping over this. These are not going to help us out on this class. I recommend you guys going ahead and completely forgoing these attachments. They're irrelevant on the M4. For the barrel, we're going to rock the high tower 20-inch barrel. This is going to be a mandatory attachment on this AR, simply increasing that bullet velocity, damage range, recoil control, which is huge, as well as hip fire accuracy as a nice bonus. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim down sight speed to -0.10 and more recoil steadiness here at +0.29. A very important attachment tune combo, benefiting close range as well as long ranges. Now, just like the ISO, we are going to rock the Echoless 80 with that sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. And we are going to be taking advantage with the tuning, increasing that bullet velocity at +0.77 and more recoil smoothness at +1.22. And finally, we are going to rock the F-Tap 56. We need additional recoil control, and obviously we're going to be smoothing out that pattern with this. And for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that aim walking speed at -0.15 and more recoil stabilization at +0.54. A phenomenal attachment and tune combo. And once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're gonna be very happy because we have a quick ADS, and like all my builds, deadly accurate. You're gonna love the M4. Again, I consider it an underrated assault rifle at this point because people are really on the ISO and TAC 56 bandwagon. Man, the setup is going to be the F-Tac Siege, the Stun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, we are running Double Time Scavenger, Resupply, Quick Fix, and for the field upgrades, Pro enabled with Munitions Box and Dead Silence. A great setup you guys should check out right now. Now, for setup number 3, we are going to go and take a look at TAC 56. I have to include this. I have to include the TAC and the ISO because they are seriously some of the best weapons in the entire game. Now, for the TAC 56, we are going to be rocking a no recoil loadout that is honestly unbelievably easy to control in Modern Warfare 2. Now, for the rear grip, we are going to rock the demo clean shot grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. You're going to see in a lot of the assault rifles running grips that are going to be increased that ADS, and sprint to fire is going to be the way to go, especially if the weapon comes with low recoil by default. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that sprint to fire speed to -0.19, as well as aim down sight speed at -0.26. A great attachment and tune combo. Now, we are running a stock here, believe it or not, one of the few ARs that I rock stocks on, increasing that aim walking speed as well as sprint speed, overall benefiting that medium range combat capability. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim walking speed at -1.56 and aim down sight speed at -1.81. We're going to be able to walk around, aim down sight, and dominate literally everybody, no matter where they are on the map. We're not running an optic because the iron sights on the TAC are going to be perfect for this build, and we're also going to skip over the laser because we simply do not need to run this. We are going to rock a barrel here, which is going to be that 17-inch Tundra Pro barrel, a phenomenal attachment on the TAC, increasing that medium to long range capability and overall bumping up that damage range, hip fire accuracy, as well as that bullet velocity, which is going to be a huge positive here. For the tuning, we are going to bump up that aim down sight speed at -12 and more recoil steadiness at +0.35. You cannot go wrong with this. It's going to be a great attachment and tune combo. Now, for the most, we are going to rock the Komodo Heavy. You're going to see why in the firing range, why the Komodo Heavy is going to be a great option. Horizontal recoil control, because let's be honest, vertical is unbelievably easy to control in multiplayer. Now, for the tuning, we are going to bump up that gun kick at +0.10 and more stabilization at +0.44. And then finally, we are going to rock the Commando foregrip to smooth out the recoil pattern some more. And for the tuning, we are going to be increasing the aim walking speed at -0.08 and more stabilization at +0.59. And once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, we're going to have a fast ADS. And I mean, look at this, guys. It don't move. It is an easy to use AR, just like the ISO HEMLOCK, and that's why these two are going to be the best in the game as of right now. Main of the build is going to be the F-Tac Siege, Stun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, we are utilizing Double Time Scavenger, Resupply, Quick Fix, and for the field upgrades, we have Pro enabled with Munitions Box and Dead Silence. You can't go wrong with this. You're going to absolutely love this class setup. It is the real deal. Now for setup number 4, we're taking a look at the 2-shot KASTOV 7.62. I consider this a very solid assault rifle that I see a lot of people running, but again, they're not really utilizing the right attachments on this rifle. Now, we are going to be rocking the True Tack grip. The KASTOVs benefit from the True Tack grip significantly over all the other options, bumping up that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that sprint to fire speed some more to -0.16 and aim down sight speed at -0.45. Now, we are going to rock a stock here like the TAP 56. This weapon is going to benefit from a stock over the ISO HEMLOCK and the M4. The KASTOV Rama is going to be increasing that aim walking speed and sprint speed. Just like the TAC, you can walk around, aim down sights, and go ahead and dominate everybody at those medium ranges. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim walking speed to -2.09 and aim down sight speed at -1.55. We are not running an optic because like the TAP 56, the KASTOV iron sights are crystal clear, perfect for this type of loadout, and we're skipping over the laser as well. Now, for the barrel, we are going to rock that 342mm Socken KL. This is a phenomenal barrel on the KASTOV, bumping up the aim down sight speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control. Overall, speeding up this weapon's handling, making it a disgusting close to medium range assault rifle. For the tuning, we are going to bump up that aim down sight speed at -0.35 and also the recoil steadiness at +0.48. A great attachment to combo, making sure we can dominate at its respective ranges. For the muzzle, we have to utilize the SA level 55. We want to go ahead and remove any and all recoil on this AR so we can dominate and destroy people no matter where they are on the map. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing that gun kick control at +0.26 and more aim down sight speed at -0.59. You're going to love this. It is a phenomenal attachment. And then finally, we do have the FTAP 56 to go ahead and smooth out that recoil pattern, making sure that we can place our shots, only 2 of them, accurately and to guarantee that kill. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim walking speed at -0.34 and more recoil stabilization at +0.57. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to love this class setup because, as you guys can see here, it is going to be a 2-shot kill. It is going to be easy to use at medium ranges as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and equip this class setup immediately. Main of the build is going to be the FTAC Siege, Stun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, we are utilizing Double Time Scavenger, Resupply, Quick Fix, and for the field upgrades, we have Pro Enable with Munitions Box and Dead Silence. This is a god tier class setup that you cannot go wrong with, and you're going to be dominating everybody here in Season 3. Now for class number 5, we're taking a look at the LACHMANN sub, aka the MP5. Another class that you guys should definitely check out if you're looking to run and gun. I'm really enjoying this SMG. This is what I would consider a meta SMG and kind of a replacement to the Vaznev 9K if you're not really a fan of running the Vaznev here in multiplayer. Now for the attachments, we are going to be skipping over the rear grips this time. This is going to be the first time I'm actually recommending to skip over this on the LACHMANN. There are some better attachments you guys should be checking out. We are going to rock a stock, or I should say the no stock here, completely removing it, and that stockless mod is going to be a great option, bumping up that increased aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, hip recoil control, everything we need for a running gun aggressive SMG. Unfortunately, we can't tune this. We're not running an optic because the iron sights are perfect for an aggressive run and gun submachine gun, but we are going to utilize a laser, which is going to be the VOK 7mW laser, perfect for that increased aim down sight speed, stability, which does come in handy, as well as that sprint to fire speed, obviously to complement the run and gun playstyle this class setup is going to need. Now for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up the aim down sight speed to -16.45 and sprint to fire speed to -0.15. For the barrel, we are going to be utilizing the L38 Falcon 226mm barrel. This is going to be a mandatory attachment on the LACHMANN to bump up that movement speed and aim down sight speed, mandatory for, again, the run and gun aggressive style of play with this class setup. For the tuning, we are going to be benefiting the increased aim down sight speed at -0.37 and benefiting from recoil steadiness at +0.19. A great attachment tune combo, taking advantage of close range as well as long ranges. We are going to rock a muzzle, which is going to be the Bruin Cubic Comp, to go ahead and remove that horizontal and vertical recoil, making this weapon a hell of a lot easier to use at those medium ranges if you do get into those engagements, because they do happen. Now for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up the gun kick control at plus 0.33 and recoil stabilization at plus 0.72. You're going to love this, guaranteed to help you guys out at those medium ranges. And then finally, we are going to rock the Phase 3 grip, a new attachment I discovered on the LACHMANN that's going to make recoil control a hell of a lot easier with that aim auto stability, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil stabilization. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing the aim auto stability at plus 0.31 and more stabilization at plus 0.65. Once you go ahead and jump to the firing range, you're going to love this class setup because, like all my builds, quick ADS, and it's going to be controllable. Just an amazing setup here with the LACHMANN sub. And I mean, look how tight the hip spread is. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous how tight this is. You can literally just hip fire people like halfway across the map. Main of the build is going to be the F-Tac Siege, Stun Grenade, Proximity Mine, and for the perks, we are utilizing Double Time Scavenger, Resupply, as well as Quick Fix. And for the field upgrades, we're using Pro, Munitionist Box, and Dead Silence. A phenomenal perk combo with this entire class setup to tie everything in to help you guys increase your KD ratio and drop your first MGB nukes. If you guys do enjoy this video, these are going to be the top 5 overpowered guns after the recent update in Modern Warfare 2 Season 3. Make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, and let me know down in the comment section what's your current favorite gun. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the 2 guns I want you guys to check out right now after checking out this video. Give this M4 build a try. It's an underrated weapon, underrated after the ISO and the TAP 56 became just dominant. And also go ahead and give the KASTOV 762 a try with this 2-shot build. You're going to love it. Go ahead and get an MGB nuke.